What you got there?
That is a 10-speed transmission.
Ah.
The old daily driver, my black truck, my little 15 model 1500. It's got a stock 6-speed in it still. And what does that thing make, guys? That thing make 850?
Yeah.
860?
Did it make 850? You turn it down?
I don't know. It made. I think driving around it makes like 850 or so all day long. And it's got a stock 6-speed. And when I say stock, I mean absolutely stock. But it's on 22s, so it's probably what keeps it from breaking, because my red truck, when we did it, that 10-speed lasted like what, 2,000 miles?
6-speed?
Yeah, the 6-speed.
The 6-speed. The 6-speed in your red truck? Up on the, when it welded itself together? On the on-ramp.
It welded itself together.
Yeah, I was actually racing. I think I raced Chief in the Cadillac on the way there.
That's the terrible idea when you let a bunch of race car drivers drive from Edmond, Oklahoma to Okemo, Oklahoma.
Yeah, we drag raced all the way
and
up.
just race each other the entire way.
Well, my old tranny didn't quite make it.
No, we made it
on the way there.
The one last race, what, like?
Hey, remember how much they all got such a kick out of that because we were new still?
Oh yeah.
And so they were all like, "Oh yeah, he broke."
Yeah.
And we had people shit talking us because we had to push it off the on ramp.
Yeah, you worked up on Chief like 2 or 3 times, and then he turned the bottle on.
That's what he did.
He turned the bottle on, and you stayed. We were going, and then you're like, "All right, we're good."
We did a high speed run of about 150 or 160.
Yeah, and then we got off on the exit, and you turned left, and you're like, and then you were going and went under the bridge, and you're like, "This thing's dead, bro. This is so."
Well, I think it stuck itself in high gear. I think it stuck itself in 6th gear with the converter lock and just welded everything closed.
Yes, and then we pushed it to the gas station.
Yeah, that was all. So we didn't get. I don't even know how many miles it had on it. The hell, when you burn the truck down, how many miles it have? It was like 2,000 or something.
1,500.
I mean,
It was real new.
a gauge closer to something. Like
Yeah. Yeah, basically you burned down a brand new truck. That's pretty good.
2,700 miles.
So that transmission. Anyway, so my black truck now has, which we're gonna pull it in here in a minute, but it has 86,000 on it or something.
Does?
Yeah. That's what
You really do drive the shit.
You drive a lot of it
every day.
Yeah.
Parts go
It is
get
the
it?
only car that you can. I mean, I have to put the most miles on that. That's the only thing I drive every day.
It is.
It's not the only thing, but it's mostly what I drive every day.
Mostly, for sure.
Yeah, pretty much. We'll call that my day.
You're really about that truck life, the super cab life.
I like that truck, man. I don't know. I told you. We all got them. Hell, Ricky's got 2 or 3 of them. Man, he's baller. You know what I'm saying? You got one coming. You got one in the mail.
Mail?
I think it's stuck at UPS.
McKee's UPS?
Yeah, it's at the McKee's UPS mail truck.
We just keep having to race more than we get to stay at the shop. So.
I'm about to say, hey, let's go get it and finish ourselves. If you know what, we get my truck done pretty quick. We might do that. So anyway, back to what we're doing. So that thing's got 86,000 miles. Got the stock 6-speed, to my knowledge. I mean, for the last 25,000 miles I've owned it, it's the actual stock 6-speed. I think. Did we put a converter in it?
No.
So stock converter. It did some weird stuff finally in the last couple of months to where, like, when you get down, I had some Camaro pull up next to me on the highway.
You actually got something to pull beside you?
We did a Camaro, which the thing's so quiet you never would have known it makes 850. So like I will occasionally get some races. And
well, that one time we raced 3 trucks.
Well,
we did go do
fun?
that. That was fun.
We do have
It
videos
was
of that.
us
You can put
and
that
Brian.
on the video.
Speaking of, we need to go get Brian's truck. It was.
I was gonna say.
Well, actually, it was Ricky.
I got told yesterday that we were supposed to come get his truck yesterday.
Well, not yesterday. I said we're gonna come get it. Well, let's go get it tomorrow. So it was us. It was Brian from Brian's ATV. It was his little white truck, and then it was
Ricky in his truck.
It
No, it wasn't Brian. Brian was riding with Ricky.
Brian was riding with
Oh,
me. It was
that's
me,
right.
you, and Keith.
Yeah.
me, you, and Keith. We were going 3 wide on the interstate.
Yeah. Keith just got that brand
Well,
new
when I
F-150.
did that, so after that went through that okay. Came out victorious, I believe.
You did.
Yeah, okay.
I was right.
Come out victorious.
Oh yeah, we almost had to go to the paint. We almost had to go to the paint and body shop. So we're on 22s. That thing's on 22s, and I don't remember what size tires on it, but it's a low profile 22. And going from a 40 roll, it still smokes. It'll smoke the tires till you get out of it. So it got a little sketchy. Me and Ricky almost ran into Keith, if I remember correctly. So we were on the outsides. We all hit it. And my truck goes sideways, Ricky's truck goes sideways, and Keith's in the middle. And so we both went like this, like almost hit him. Both of us almost hit him, and then we kept going. But right after that, transmission didn't like it. It was too much. We did, because we raced, what, 3-4 times?
We raced 2 times that way and 2 times back this way.
And then Keith was want to go from a dig with me, and I don't know why.
I don't know why.
At the bridge, right? At the bridge.
That's one thing I won't do. I don't even. Yeah, yours got a 9-inch and stuff in it, and some tires. You can probably get away with it.
I mean,
Not them tires he was
not
on.
the tires that are on the back of it.
Yeah. Anyway,
The old
so
225s
I
are
mentioned me and my buddy James Carter. Is that how you say James' last name?
James Carter,
LStuner.com out of Texas. Not out of Dallas anymore. Where does he live now?
Just outskirts of Fort
In a
Worth.
farm. He lives on a farm.
He lives at the farm.
He lives
He's
on
a
a pig
doomsday
farm.
prepper. He's a doomsday
He's a
prepper.
doomsday prepper that lives on a farm. He
Yeah.
used to be, is still a very good tuner, but is now a doomsday prepper.
For sure.
He has a bunker, I'm sure.
I'm positive.
Yeah. Anyway, we were discussing the fact how I said, man, it would be cool to put a 10-speed in it, but I don't know that you can do it. And he said, yeah, you can totally do it. Our buddy Sean at Powertrain Swap Solutions has a whole kit for it.
Boom.
So what did I do? So I called up Sean and I said, hey, you have a kit for a 10-speed? And he said, I do have a kit for a 10-speed to put in your 14 and up LT truck. And so like that's really I've always said, I'm like, man, this truck would be so cool if I could put 10-speed in it. So what do we do here? We got a 10-speed with a converter.
Boom.
We got some transmission lines, factory style transmission lines. We got a flywheel for an LT4. We got some AC Delco fluid because that is what Sean told me to get. And then I know this is kind of out of place, but this is a Stainless Works header. And the reason why this is a Stainless Works header is because I have hit something or dumped something to my header on the driver's side and now leaks really bad and it's really annoying. So Stainless Works, I ordered one single header from them to put on the driver's side. So we're gonna pull that off. What we did, probably make the transmission job easier.
Driver's side?
Driver's side.
Man, I was really hoping you wouldn't say that.
I'm hoping this is the right header now that we think about this. But it is definitely the driver's side. I don't know what's in this. All I know is that when I called Sean, he said, let me tell you, I have a direct, you don't have to do nothing but swap the tranny and plug it in and you'll be good to go. Let's move these guys out of the way for 1 minute. And so we'll see what we got in this box. But this guy, so Sean at Powertrain Swap Solutions, kind of a tongue twister, has made it to where you can put a 10-speed in almost anything. So if you like 10 speeds, which if you've ever driven one, they're pretty dang cool.
The cat's meow.
They're kind of the cat's meow. I don't know that they're necessarily, y'all know that I had a 10-speed in my Chevelle and I pulled it out because I wanted to try to leave harder, faster, all this type of stuff.
Well,
They got their place, is what I'll say. I love the 10-speed for daily driving. So, 6-speed to 10-speed. This looks like, so he includes picture instructions, which he knows that I can't read. Good move. Good move,
He knows
Sean.
you can't
He
read.
figured out that I can't read. So this is what it looks like, which is a pretty cool, I mean, that's a real, he made it very plug and play. He tells you, he kind of gives you pictures for us that are dummies. Tells you where to put the box in the truck. Kind of tells you where everything would lay.
You should have a box now, don't you?
A box of what?
Just like that?
Well, it's probably got a transmission computer.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
TCM, new TCM.
That's a new TCM,
I
bro.
know.
I bet it's in this box over here. So anyway, it's pretty awesome.
We don't put it
Like
in
these
the
are blown up pictures, which is pretty cool. That tells you what to do here, which I didn't know that is what he's going to do. But in my opinion,
the
I
way
don't
to
read
do
the
it.
directions, so I would much rather watch the look at the directions. Smart enough to know that's a TCM bracket. This is the harness that I believe he builds to swap it. He included for me, which not everybody needs it, but that is a shifter bracket. He included torque converter bolts.
They literally get you everything you
He
need.
did. He told me, he was like,
One-stop
man,
shop.
if you let me, I can send you everything that you need. So he does this all the time. So we absolutely took him up on that. What do you think's in there? Drill OEM cable bushing. He includes this little bracket that you need. Tells you what to do. Drill OEM cable bushing, 3/8 to fit. Sean at Powertrain Swap Solutions is one of the most informative, intelligent guys with 10 speeds that I know of, honestly.
Yeah.
When it comes to swapping them into anything.
Nice. The box. The secret
That
box.
is the secret box.
That's
That
the
is
black box. It's
The
the black
black
box.
box. That is
That black box.
the Powertrain Swap Solutions black box that makes a 10-speed work in anything. This is the TCM, Ricky, that you say we have. We do
No,
have.
I'm
We
saying
don't have
like
this one.
You can have a
your
different
truck
one.
not, I don't know if your truck has one or not.
I don't know what.
I know 8-speeds do.
We're gonna figure it out here in a minute. I think it does, man. To be honest with you. There's a couple bolts in here that bolt this to that, obviously for obvious reasons. So Sean's got everything if you need it. To be transparent, I got the transmission from him. He works his magic on a 10-speed. We let him go through it and do whatever he wanted to do, and I don't even know what all that was. So I've got a list of stuff I'm gonna look through and see. We're opt to using a stock torque converter for now. I know that Circle D is working on a pretty awesome torque converter for this type of setup. They have 10-speed converters already, but they've got one that is not quite out yet that I think we're gonna get to test in this truck probably. So that's coming up, but I wanted to get the truck to go, going for now before it leaves me stranded because I think we're close. This I'm gonna assume is a harness. Look at that. Harness.
So that plug
Boom.
in stock.
This is plug and play, Rick. That's
That
all I
goes
know.
TCM side or donut probably.
This is plug and play. So we'll obviously show you guys where this goes, blah, blah, blah.
That probably goes right there.
It does.
Boom.
Yeah. And this goes on the transmission side.
Yep. That's probably-
And I bet you this comes out of the truck somewhere. You plug the truck into that,
Yep.
and that does all the rest of it.
Mhm.
We'll see if we're right or not. That's what I think.
Well, it looks pretty plug and play.
So we got that. We're gonna do a 10-speed swap, so I'm gonna let you guys know how this is. But per Sean at Powertrain Swap Solutions, again, he says, dude, you don't need to do any tuning, you don't need to do nothing. With my stuff, you plug it in and it just works. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's pretty cool. Sean also has, you can put a 10, he is trying to make it to where you can put a 10-speed in anything. And I believe with the Holly, Dominator, or Terminator, I think he hasn't released all this stuff yet. He's probably gonna be mad at me telling everybody, but I think he's working on it to where you can put it in anything. For instance, Ricky's got a 99 truck. I know that was one of the things he came up with. He said, man, I've got a solution for a 99 truck. If you want to put a 10-speed in an LS version of a 99 truck, I have that too. So I think it's going to require a Holly of some sort, his custom wiring harness, and then you can make it work. But that's pretty awesome. I always said, man, if you could ever put these in something. I mean, me and you talked about this before. We talked about how cool it would be, which, depending on how this goes, we may think about this, but how cool it would be to have like a Fox body with like that Windsor that we have over there that we're going to put in that white one, and then put a 10-speed behind it. Whether it's a Ford or whatever version you want to put it in, it would be awesome.
Everybody acts like the Chevy one's better.
I hear that. It seems to, like, from what I know about it, the Mustangs seem to be hit and miss, and the Chevys usually do seem to work pretty good.
I'm guessing with a fuel tech you can put it in speed in like my trucks now. Because we was talking to Richard today.
Yeah.
He said that they took the 4L80 out of that dually.
Yep.
And it's got a 10-speed.
Yes, I know that they are in R&D mode on that for the most part. Like, there's a few people that have done it, like with Fuel Tech stuff. The cool thing that I like about this, not to take anything away from Fuel Tech because I know they did it to where you could, but like this is plug and play, and you can use all of your computer programming from the
You can
back
still
of the
use
truck.
HP tuners to tune.
Still use HP tuners to tune it. You can still, it's still a factory operating system. It's not that big
All
of a
your
deal.
gauges work, everything
Yes,
works.
everything works the same. He's got a deal for, and we talked about it. He's got a deal. You can put it, and I don't know if I got it with this one. I don't think I did, but he can do a trans brake on these. Paddle shift, all the paddle shift stuff will work.
Yeah.
All that stuff. So it's pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked, pretty fired up. Since it is like my favorite daily driver, I think it's gonna be a pretty neat truck to drive. But that's what we got. So, and we might along the way fix a couple things in that truck that I've been needing to fix. My fuel lines make noise, which is a weird thing to say. But remember how we bought some
I thought you
noisy
put-
fuel lines?
I thought you put
your
the
fuel
good
lines
fuel
make
It's
noise.
because they do.
It's like your Cadillac.
My Cadillac did, and we changed it and it didn't. So we used some noisy fuel line on that one, and we called our buddy over at Roadrunner to help us out with fuel line that is not noisy.
Yep.
So we have that. We might fix one line because I think it's just one feed line on
It's
that
the
truck.
feed line that moves.
Yeah, and so it rattles on the firewall, or it rattles here, it rattles there. You can, like, as the pump increases, you can hear it make noise. So we might fix that, and then there's also some Willwood brake calipers and rotors over there that we might mess with while we're doing that. So that is the project. You scared of work, Rick? Not scared of work? Oh, did you hear it? He's not scared of work.
I'm not scared of work.
Done it?
He does.
Oh, it already has it?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making.
But he's got some bigger ones.
Oh, okay, I did not know that. I was like, huh. Did we
Some
make a
small
whole
ones
video?
Probably go to use.
No, we did make a video.
Yeah, we
I don't
We
think I
did.
don't know if the video made it out. Did the
It
video
did.
make it out?
Yeah.
Okay, well here's the deal with that. They sent me that stuff and they were like, hey, will you put this on your truck because we just came out with it? It's really cool. And I'm like, yeah, I would love it.
And now they
so
got
we put it on.
better?
Yeah. So we put it on, and that thing stops awesome.
That thing will throw you through the windshield.
It will. Well, not shortly thereafter, I get a box of Willwood stuff in the mail, and I get a phone call from it. They were like, hey, well, we didn't realize that you got that. We came out with a way bigger kit that's even better. We'd like you to make another video with that.
Also, you're never putting fats and skinnies on this thing, are you?
Probably not.
Probably never.
Not skinnies. We might. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure. I told myself I wasn't going to.
Is it front and back? I thought it was just front.
I think it's front and back, but I don't know. We might not put the backs on. We might just put the really big fronts on because they look cool, and I don't know how you could stop any better than that thing stops.
Dude, you're not lying.
The brakes that are on, whatever brakes that we'll measure it and see what the difference is. I think it's like 13-inch rotors to 15-inch rotors or something. It's something really big. It's going to be obnoxiously large.
Again. The
bracket caliper rotor. It's probably all going to change. Yeah. Something like I've got. Those had 2 piston calipers in the year 6 or something. Anyway, we might mess with that too. So we got a project. We're going to finally mess with my truck. It's been Ricky's year, kind of, if you really think about it. You know, it's like got Ricky's Mustang going. You know, big block Chevy, took the motor out of the Camaro, the '69 that we went and did pretty well with on the show when we did the street car. Put that in your car. Made a lot of horsepower on the dyno. It didn't make a lot of horsepower on the dyno. That thing doesn't make a lot of horsepower, okay?
But it's going to come alive when you spray it.
It's going to come alive when you spray on it. That thing ran good on the street. That's been Ricky's year, you know. So we got that. He's got his red truck back. And it's driving as of today. Got his gray truck. Ricky's got 3 vehicles here. You know, like, I don't know. Ricky's okay if we spend some time on my stuff? Is you okay with it?
You're definitely his favorite, for sure.
It does seem, I'll be honest, it even seems like it, but with me saying it.
We know
he doesn't treat me like that, you know. He just treats me.
But you like that. We realize that the worse we treat you, the better you like us.
Oh, that's what it is?
It is. I mean, that's Ricky.
It's fucked up. Ricky, I'm going to punch you in the face because they said that. Yeah, would you like that? But then after we get my truck done, we have to work on Hobby's truck.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Junior's going to finish
I think we're only allowed to work on mine after hours. We get to work on Ricky's during.
Oh, it's all day. I mean, yeah, it's.
Hey, I don't know, but these guys hating on you. Just so you know. Yeah. You're all supposed to be friends, but they hate on you.
I still help Ricky. I help put both of his trucks back together.
I know, during work hours, huh?
There's a couple of times I will stay with him afterwards.
Okay.
I'm not that much help though.
We're gonna get my training in. I don't know what we're gonna do with the rest of the stuff. We'll see. I don't know if we have. I mean, we don't have time to finish anything, but we're gonna try.
Before we have to go small tire racing.
And yeah, but maybe we can get your truck over here on the rack before we do that. After we get mine done.
Yeah.
Mine will be done tomorrow. This thing's gonna be done tomorrow. I don't know if it's all gonna be done tomorrow.
Transmission
and the header.
Oh yeah. No.
Transmission and the header are gonna be done tomorrow.
I was really hoping you were gonna say the passenger side, because the passenger side's way easier to change.
Nah.
We'll see if that's even the right one.
Surely it is.
There's a package slip right there.
Oh, there you go.
Not that means
you don't have to open
anything.
it. But it's if Ryan remembers that he said.
I was on the phone listening to the exhaust leak when I called him and ordered this.
Okay, that's good.
So, Ricky's given us permission to work on my truck tomorrow, so that's good. Driver's side header.
There you go. Yeah. Boom.
And then parentheses, sorry, hobby.
No, you're good.
Yeah, in parentheses, sorry, hobby. So anyway, we'll give you before and after. We're gonna pull the truck in here in a minute and get on the rack so it's nice and cool for tomorrow.
Darth Vader.
We won't bore you with all of the stupid part of taking it out. We'll bore you with a little bit of it, but mainly we'll get it out in a hurry and then kind of tell you guys what we had to do that was different that you might struggle with if you had to do the same swap. But if anybody's thinking about putting a 10-speed in, look up Powertrain Swap Solutions. Call Sean. He's got the trannies, he's got the wiring harness, he's got the computer. I literally got everything here from him. I'm sure he didn't make the AC Delco fluid.
No.
But
he sent it?
Okay, but he sent it.
Oh, wow.
He sent everything you see here.
And he taught us how to fill it up. We'll go back up to how we filled it up.
I'm with you. He told me we didn't need it. And I know that usually we find that you have to change something, but Sean's like, man, he's really thorough. So like he thought of stuff that that's a little bracket.
Yeah.
Usually we have to we have to rig that stuff or whatever. Drill this out or whatever. But he pretty much tagged and included every single thing that we could think of. Down to use this and drill OEM cable bushing to 3/8 to fit. So he's done it. Sean's also got a truck exactly like mine that's got a
10-speed in it.
10-speed in it, and and when I say it's exactly, it is a black short wide just like mine.
And a Pro Charger.
And he has a Pro Charger.
Yeah.
fixing to have a bigger Pro Charger. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. But we're gonna get the truck in here, get it on the lift, get it swapped out, and anything that we run into along the way that is not super easy plug and play, we'll make sure you guys know.
Is that the train plug off?
Yeah, it's 3D. Like, he's really good with a 3D printer, I'll tell you that.
It is 6:20.
Yep.
We're gonna start on tomorrow. Maybe by this time tomorrow, we can do a wrap-up video.
You'll
Talk
be
about
driving
how great
along
it
the
drives.
road.
Be driving down the road.
That goes to the stock train? Or the one that's in the
The
truck?
plug.
That's what you would
In the,
think.
in the truck?
Yeah.
And then this is
Yeah.
going to plug into that black box?
Yes. Well,
A
I don't
jumper-
know.
a
Going into
jumper
that
of
harness.
sorts.
The harness that's right here goes
Yeah, I bet
down.
the harness goes to the box and that goes into the harness.
Like this.
Like, so pretty much you get the power and everything from the stock.
Yeah, like so you will go, this will go right here. This goes the power you get from the truck. That goes
Goes
in
to the training.
yeah, to the tranny.
tranny.
Yeah, and then boom. And this goes to the TCM. Like you said. Yep. Yep. Plug and play, bro.
Cool. All right, let's get the truck in.
Darth Vader.
Do it.
Baby.
That's probably why I only beat Ricky by 7 trucks instead of 8.
I wonder if we could put a little air hammer in that.
To what?
Your crossbar.
What's wrong?
Where it hits
Oh,
a little bit.
yeah.
Just massage it a little
Yeah, I
bit.
bet we could do something like
A little
that.
air hammer action. Kind of how your stock drive shaft. Got you right here.
Yeah.
On the dyno?
Yeah, it did. Put a curvature to my muffler.
But these are like the best sounding mufflers right here.
They are pretty good.
This is where you can tell people, man, you really drive this thing. Because look, you legitimately
Yeah.
drive the crap out of this thing.
I bet it'd be super easy to get that off there.
Oh, definitely. This whole exhaust will be super easy to get off.
It's gonna be fun.
Might fix
It's
it.
solvable.
Ricky, I'm a fucking. You do that, I'm gonna cut yours off too, just cause. I'm just gonna walk out the parking lot and cut your fucking exhaust off of it.
Pump that can V-bands off.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna cut it right in front of the V-band. How do you like that?
They're probably about to do that to that one piece.
Old girl. Just an old daily driver, man.
It's got road grind because you drive it.
Let me show you how you can tell daily driver. Come up here. This is the first way. Look at how tore up this is. I've replaced this 3 times because I'm dumb and you cannot. And I just run into curbs all the time with it.
Yeah.
Sure. Because I keep running into this and ripping this thing.
You know
off
what the
of my
weird
truck.
thing is?
Wow,
You
look
got
at
some
this.
really
Like a
low.
dumbass.
You've had some really lowered.
Hey,
like,
I came out of
beds.
7-Eleven. I have.
You've had some really
And
low
I told
cars.
Cherish, I said, I'd be so mad at you if you did this. We came out of 7-Eleven, and I shit you not, this was sitting on the curb. This was pushed in like this. And this was pushed out the side, broke the bolt off, and I was sitting against the curb, and I said, boy, if you'd have done that, I'd be pissed. Instead, I did it. And I'd never do this. Y'all know me. I'm like,
That's what I said. You've had like.
I always tell y'all, like, if
C6s.
you drive my stuff, don't run into the curb. I tell all my, but at least I'm doing it. And I own it.
Yeah,
And
and we can always put another one on it.
Yeah. Well, you know how many times we've done this on this
Well,
one.
I've done it 3 because I always cut it a little bit too. This is
Ricky, you've been telling me. You know another thing that upsets me about you, Ricky? Is man, you're like, hey, give me a tranny. I get it. You're like, Dad, can I have your motor? I give it to you. And I'm like, son, will you get my fog lights to work? Nothing. Look what I got here.
You were supposed to order some kit or something.
a harness.
Yeah.
Look what I got here. I got these wires. They're just hanging, and I can't. You got me an 8-volt. You got me like a 9-volt battery or something. I can make the fog lights turn on.
You can climb underneath here.
Yeah, climb on. Just
Clip it in.
A little
Put you
in,
Make me a
battery.
little. Just put a little battery over
Just
here.
give me a pack of 9 volts, and I'll just put them in.
And you want to go out and drive around?
Yeah.
But no.
And Ricky says, yeah, I got them to work for you. Here's your 9-volt batteries.
That's what you tell me.
Are those Morimoto fogs?
No.
Those are
The only thing
eBay
not
special. I bet.
Morimoto, these are eBay specials that I got.
Oh,
We didn't know Morimoto when he
fix
built
that.
this.
We need to fix that. Then maybe Ricky could wire them up right.
Yeah, and the Morimoto's probably come with a harness.
They probably do.
My one ain't no big deal.
I will.
And then whenever we figure that out, we can wire the ones up on the Dodge.
Well, that'd be
Sure.
nice.
Old Aeromotive fuel system still pounding away on this thing. This fuel line right here, still banging around up there. So these guys already, there's a cool trick, which we probably should have showed y'all, but there's a cool trick that he showed us where we remove a plug back here, right?
That's right here.
Yeah, it's right up top right here, which we can show everybody. This is a neat little trick that a lot of people probably know this. I didn't know it. So you take this plug out, get you a funnel, so you pre-fill your tranny, so you start putting your transmission fluid in here while you've got a guy over here spinning the converter. How many quarts did y'all get out of that doing that way?
There's 11 in there right
There's
now.
11. So we pre-filled it with 11. These things are funny. There's no dipstick where you just pull a dipstick and check them. You get the thing going, fire the truck up. As it's running, there's a plug at the bottom of the pan. You pull it. Is it this plug?
You pull this plug
No,
to fill it.
These are even more
correct.
different from a different.
Pull this plug to fill it. There's a plug in the bottom of the pan, right?
Maybe, I don't know.
That it's got to run out of. And you fill it till it. I can't remember. I didn't look at the video, but it's like a steady stream or something.
Yeah.
He gave us exact instructions on how to do it. So there ain't no dipstick in these things.
And there's no checking the training fluid.
There's no checking the training fluid. You just make sure you got enough in it and send it. Cool. So they got the flywheel in it. Getting ready to put some bolts in the transmission. Yeah, so that's cool. Hey guys, okay. Man, that's a stupid line right there. It's really annoying and noisy.
You gotta take the blower off and everything to do it.
I know, but let's try another thing.
You're talking about the fuel line.
Well, I'm not talking about like I want to do it.
Or zip tie it better.
Well, it was sitting like this. I wonder if it's traveling through the firewall.
Probably. And zip tie it to those lines right there.
Yeah, so we're going to pause on the transmission install. We're going to go ahead and swap this one header. I've got a header leak that we're going to change. It's in the middle of the collector's like blown out, so we're going to fix they're going to swap the header, and then we're going to stick this train in.
Oh, we have to let the truck down.
Watch your head, Richard. In we go. A little bit more. All right there. Right there. Yep. It would have been smart to grab some converter bolts, huh? Or some training bolts. I got it. I got it.
Should be all right. I just order whatever the lady tells me at Carl's Jr.
Oh yeah, you're not allowed to get what you want, bro. Never. No matter what truck stop Carl's Jr. we stop at.
I was like, yeah, I want a number one. They're like, no, you don't want a number one.
You want number
this.
7. Baby, that's not what you want.
We said at one time we had this lady that
Go.
hammer down on these yet. Tell her we got all of them in.
Like so, Nitro. That's the way it's supposed to be. I don't know if this is a professional way to do it, Richard, but this is the way I do it.
YouTube's gonna let us know. You know they will.
Definitely.
Oh, look at there. Mikey Bean shows up and saves the day.
He did.
What'd you have to do, Mikey?
Just push hard.
Push it in. Did you just have to push it in further?
Push hard.
Push hard.
Ricky's not used to pushing it in that far.
This will be edited. He doesn't have to push it in that far.
I always go to the bottom.
He's bottomed out.
He can fill it soon, he just can't reach the bottom.
Look,
We're not editing
all y'all
anything.
motherfuckers
All
good.
four of those tight?
I watched a kid come out of that. Ain't a one of y'all fucking one up. I can promise you right now.
You literally watched it come out,
I
dude?
watched him come out.
You're like, oh hell, what are you doing?
And I promise you, I told her, don't you ever fake moan again.
He knew exactly where that motherfucker was at, too. You took that. You guys ended up taking that off too, right?
Yeah.
Because it had too much belt
would
wrap or
never-
something.
Well, we don't really know. It would never build no more boost.
Oh.
Even when we went back to the smaller one. That one's definitely bigger than that.
On your car.
No.
On the Chevelle, right?
Well, the Chevelle made about fucking 300 horsepower because it was on 6 cylinders.
He's like, fuck those guys.
Hello?
What's up, dude?
Oh, no.
Quick
What's up?
question. On the harness, do you go above the tail shaft or below it?
I go above it. And there's a hole on the right hand side on the passenger side. You can zip tie it.
Wasn't as exciting as we thought it was going to be?
Not, we was hoping for a thud, slam it all together.
In your dreams.
Dude.
Exhaust. Man, we're about to fire this sucker up.
It's close.
Transmission fluid's not flammable?
Transmission fluid's flammable.
Really?
I'm not saying it's not flammable.
Okay.
I'm saying
I just
if you pour some on the exhaust, it ain't gonna light on fire
I
right
literally had to turn the GoPro on for this.
I mean,
All
if
right.
the exhaust is hot enough, it will.
now. If the exhaust is hot enough, or the training fluid and the exhaust is hot enough.
The exhaust.
So you're saying
The fucking
that we could fire this up and drain the exhaust, drain the training fluid on top of it as soon as we fire it up. If the training fluid
No.
hits that exhaust, it's gonna catch on
Not
fire.
as soon as you fire it up. Once the exhaust is hot enough,
Like 2
it
minutes.
will ignite.
Like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Or less.
Especially this
Maybe-
ultra low viscosity.
Maybe
shit.
a minute.
It's got
It's gonna be
a lower flash point. I
Yeah.
don't know if it'd be low or high, whatever it is, but it's
Were you talking transmission fluid?
we definitely need fireproof transmission fluid.
No such thing.
Let's get a fire extinguisher. Whatever you
And
what
I've
hey
dumped all
hey
kinds of training fluid on my header when it's been out there running. For,
whatever you do,
20
just don't
minutes.
open the fucking hood.
got some cutters. And wanted to put the Duramax underneath the bridge.
yeah.
And we'd sit there for,
did.
I don't know, what, 10, 15 minutes?
Hey, you know what? Ricky doesn't know that transmission fluid is flammable.
Not exactly.
That is an interesting statement from Ricky.
No.
Not exactly what we said.
You said it's not that flammable.
I said
It's not that flammable.
So they were,
Is
So
it
the-
flammable enough to burn an entire truck down?
yes. But
Oh.
what they were saying was that if we pulled that plug out and the training fluid hit the exhaust, it was going to catch on fire.
No,
If
I
it's
said
hot- if the exhaust is hot enough.
eventually.
I agree that probably won't happen.
Alright, well, this is installed and battery hooked up.
Yeah.
Well, fire it up, somebody.
So you're telling me I just walked up at the exact same time y'all finished?
That's kind of
Yep,
what we figured
sure.
you were planning. You was probably watching
Perfect.
the cameras.
Perfect.
Fucking
Not
like,
at
yeah.
All right, Ryan's fixing to
Okay.
take this new 10-speed out.
All right, these boys, to tell you how hard this is, these boys did this in about a half a day, really, because y'all started on it at about 10 o'clock, I would say.
Oh, when we started on this?
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
No, it was 10. It was 10:30. But I spent most of the time, I spent an hour getting the training fluid out of the
Yeah.
stock one.
Yeah, it's about 5 o'clock, 5:30 now, 6 o'clock. Yeah, so it's a pretty easy direct swap. It was, you didn't run anything, right?
No.
It was easy.
No.
Oh, that's whew. Well, we got the window down.
It was real easy for
Yeah.
me. I just walked up after it was all said and
Paper
done.
rolled up.
Now I'm going to drive it. So now, per what Sean says, we should get in it with his swap and it'll hit all the gears. So we will see.
Richard, when I get out, you want to go on our maiden voyage?
Yep.
Ricky said I'd meet you on the highway.
We'll try out these brand new drinks right off the bat.
Let's see if we be having 10 gears in this thing.
We haven't.
We used to be having 6. Let's see if we could be having 10 now.
Smooth.
5.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Man, that's nice.
just good. It's
Yeah.
just like a factory one.
Yeah. think it's a winner.
I would say good, man. I'm happy with it. It's cool.
It's
It's
nice.
just good.
Yeah, double thumbs up.
We got the weird white noise thing that's coming on.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Sir, it specifically said in the instruction manual to give it 600 miles before you rip it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, y'all didn't tell me that before I left.
Well, you got most of the
I've
instructions
been
on your
beating
phone.
it all the way there and all the way back.
Just takes it?
Yeah, it's good.
I
It
hope
just-
he knows those 10 speeds. You're supposed to go like 600 miles before.
Oh, really?
Before you beat on them and all this
That's
stuff. or
his
whatever.
10 that's
I
his
said,
10
well, just
speed
to let
guy.
you know, it's gonna make it about 1 mile
Yeah.
and then get beat on.
I don't even think I made it a mile.
I made it all the way to the highway, and then we went, and then we got about Highway 77, and I tromped it through the fucking gears up to about 80, and then we slowed down, went to Robinson, turned back around, and then we decked it all the way through the gears, going on the highway till about 110. Yeah. It's like boom, boom,
It
boom.
was
It's just really good.
It wasn't 80.
So I got two, one good thing, one weird thing. Good thing is that that header fixed that. They don't have that leak, so I don't know where it leaks at, but it's on that header somewhere. Weird thing is, it says white noise now.
White
What?
noise?
You know what white noise is?
No.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
Like you've heard
on the
white noise,
radio.
like
RF.
yeah,
Speakers.
RF. Yeah, the exhaust noise is good. So I would say just put everything back like it was. It's probably not anything that we did there.
Well, what do you think?
I like it. I like my first drive. Apparently, I was not supposed to rip on it already, but my first drive, it was good.
Right
Shift's good. I don't know. What did we get it up to? 100.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what gear it was. Probably maybe through 7th or 8th. Like we were on it till 7th or 7th or 8th gear. Is that the video you sent me?
Yeah. That wasn't the fast one though.
It didn't
The
have no misses or
one
anything
going
like that?
south was the fast one.
What, on the highway?
Yeah.
Can you see the speedometer or anything in there?
No.
It's on here. It came off of it. But we were not going to leave that in the video. Not on the highway.
We were in Mexico.
We were definitely in Mexico.
We were in Viva la Mexico. We passed a bunch of Javi's brothers and sisters and aunts and
Did you?
cousins on the highway. They were waving at us on the way. That's why we did that. We were like,
I'll
"What's it,
tell you
please?"
that the Mexicans love these trips.
I know they do.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, like in a previous life, I think I might have been Mexican.
You do love Mexico?
I love tacos.
The Mexicans gotta stick together,
My
bro.
wife must have been Mexican. Yeah. Remember that dude that came up to me
Your
and said,
wife
"Hey man,
was
us
definitely
Mexicans gotta
Mexican.
stay together." That Mexican, that full-on Mexican dude accused me of being Mexican.
Oh,
California, man. Well, hey,
SEMA
you did
last
know
year?
about the most
Yeah.
Mexican truck ever.
Yes, it's SEMA last year.
SEMA last
Yeah,
year.
they had that Ford
OBS.
SS. He's like, you know, man, us Mexicans got to stick together. And I was like, yeah. The green, the white, and the red. Is that right, Javi?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Could have mistaken you for Italian, baby.
God, I'm so happy that I got out of Guadalajara.
There you go.
Is that Mexico?
Yep.
Okay, see?
It is.
I know,
Hey,
I knew
your
that was my hometown.
somebody, Adrian sent me your lightnings down there.
Yeah,
It's like in his town,
yeah,
Pasadena,
yeah.
Yeah.
in somebody's garage.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It is weird. They took pictures of it outside their garage.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
I figured it was Victor.
225 is what they went for.
Yeah.
I think it was more than that.
255. I thought it was
285.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, they were asking
It was,
285.
it's quite a bit.
If it was 225, I'm gonna offer him 150. We're gonna go back and go get it.
Let's see. Let me see. No, you're right. 285.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 225 is like, it's kind of getting there, but man, 285 it's a far cry.
But
out.
that was like a full-blown race truck, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a.
Kind
It's
No?
we treated it like a full blown race truck, but with the chassis
It
that was in
the
it,
chassis shop
with the
was
FOMOCO chassis that it has,
Chassis.
the FOMOCO.
the FOMOCO chassis.
We
that
joke
it
because it has a full, like, it is a full frame rail truck. So it still weighs. What'd that thing weigh? It was heavy.
3600, I thought.
Yeah, 3600. It had, but we
It
did
might have
carbon
got lighter
doors.
when y'all finally.
Like it looked like a completely stock,
Yeah.
body appearing truck.
I want to say first go around.
When you first got it, every panel on it was besides the hood, right, was sheet metal or was
Yeah,
FOMOCO,
yeah.
and then we put carbon doors on it.
What were the tires on
carbon
it?
front clip.
It would
had the
it
big
would
bubble on it,
fit
didn't it?
33s.
Oh,
What
big
a-
tire.
No, we put 35s on it.
Yes,
Because
you put the Mickey
wow.
Thompson
the
used to
Mickey
run on
Thompsons.
that. They used to run on that car.
Yeah, and it went for teens.
Yeah.
With the that was fun. Like now with the truck scene like it is and things like that, that thing would be it would just be fun. You could
Did
go
the
have
tailgate
fun.
Yeah.
actually come down?
We would have made
remember-
we could make
make
it.
it.
We can make it.
I don't remember if it did.
At the moment, at the time, I don't think it did, but we could have made it do it.
Well, that's the only rule now, or whatever. Like the
Tailgate must be
the
open.
tailgate must come open, must function, or whatever.
Except for they want them all in smalls.
Not all of them.
Not all of them?
Not all the classes. Some classes is any tire, or whatever.
Probably, I think probably been fun. Probably with 3s on radio.
I bet it was.
I mean, that video
tank.
back in the day, Eddie had it. Fucking riding the gun down. Big old wheelies.
And you moved the motor back, didn't you?
Yeah. It was all set up as good as it could be. I guarantee you, they have not taken any full advantage of that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They haven't really done anything with
You
it.
have to really know what you're doing with it, too.
How long ago? When did I sell that?
Probably 7
Been a
years
while.
ago? 5 years
Oh,
ago?
wow.
No, it hasn't been that long. Not 7. It might have been 5.
Five?
Because Dax used to sit in.
Yeah.
He used to crawl in it. Remember?
Yeah,
And
so he
that
must
was
have been 2.
That was the truck that he always wanted to play in.
And
so
he's
he
7 right now, right?
Me and Cherish talked about this the other day. He's 7. We think he was 3 when he was doing that. He would go to the shop,
So
and that
I
was
think
the
he
truck.
liked.
For whatever reason, he went
Jump
to that
in there.
truck. He would open the door and he would get it and go da-da.
This is
Nah,
just
nah.
a jungle gym to him.
Nice.
Yeah, always that truck. He wasn't doing anything else. Didn't care about the Fireball car. Didn't care about no other
Care about the
cars.
great car or nothing.
No.
Just like
Yeah. All right. No success. So Javi will button that stuff back up. The only goofy bug we have, and it may not even be anything. That probably has nothing to do with that. Is
radio noise.
our weird radio noise. But we got a stereo guy that will be here tomorrow.
He can.
He can figure it out.
Yeah.
All right.